Good afternoon. We're starting to get much more active here in the valley. Our camera down at the Dakota Magic Casino shaking, looking pretty dramatic right now. Visibility is down in the distance. The snow is not heavy, and that's the reason why our visibility isn't lower right now. But you can see the wind really whipping our flags at the casino, and that's down right along the state line with South Dakota. We've seen some stronger gusts in this area as the system's moving through. So again, we're dealing with wind. We are dealing with snow. It's going to be one of those afternoons that gets worse before it gets better here. I'm going to switch to our Luther Family Ford Skycam here just to show you that in Fargo, we've got a little bit of precipitation coming down now too. Maybe mixed, a couple of flakes. It's pretty light at this point in time, but you can see it's kind of depositing on our camera dome at this point. So not the nicest noon hour, lunch hour here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. And you could see that we've got a little green showing up with some of these flakes slash some raindrops coming down. More in the form of those snow showers again making their way through southeastern North Dakota as it's wrapping around this low. And then just pointing out that we've got some green up north too. There's some drizzle, there's some mixed light precipitation along the border where we saw that snow earlier, and that stretches over to the east. So it really depends on where you are, what you're experiencing right now. Zooming in, you can see that there's some darker blue right along the Cass and Barnes County lines, right around Tower City, back through Lisbon, and then the Oaks area down into South Dakota, where we've got some stronger wind gusts happening again. And this is advancing to the south and east. And Fargo, again, right on the edge of this. So we're seeing a little bit of a mix on the radar here as this precipitation moves through. So this is going to continue dropping in that direction. Meanwhile, take a look at the clouds. The clouds just to the northeast are moving northwest. So we've got one layer moving in one direction and then the precipitation moving in another. Dynamic situation going on here. So this is a large system. You could see that area of snow north of the border. This will also be moving into the valley, and we'll see some increasing chances for snow as the day goes along, if you haven't experienced it already. Visibility is going to be down in these areas. There's also some drizzle and some fog in places in northwest Minnesota that is bringing down our visibility too. So there's a lot going on. Winds are going to continue to cause some issues with the snow that's coming down, and then in addition to that, we're dealing with some low visibility from the drizzle that we have in place. Here's a look at our wind. Some places are seeing it really gust, others it's quiet. Look at Bemidji and Thief River Falls, less than 10 miles per hour. And then head south, we've got a 39-mile-per-hour gust down into Sisseton, over in Jamestown 31, and stronger winds from there will be coming our way for later tonight. Our temperatures, this is critical. We're right at freezing or a couple of degrees above. If we're below freezing, there may be some spotty areas where we've got some slick spots on the roads, maybe a little depositing happening from any precipitation moving through in places like Oaks where we're at 32 degrees. Areas that would be of greatest concern are those bridge decks that tend to freeze first. So keep that in mind if you're hitting the road now, even if temperatures, even if the thermometer in your car is saying it's warmer than that, it could still be on the slick side. As we move through the afternoon, temperatures will basically hold steady, but once the sun goes down tonight, the colder air makes its way in with this system. We'll see our temperatures drop, and that will be the difference maker in picking up snow. As long as we see those temperatures in the sub-freezing range, it's going to be more likely that we see that accumulation happen a little more rapidly. So we're moving you through time here in our hour-by-hour planner, because around 7 o'clock, this is when we see more of those changes start to happen when the snow is widespread. Though during drive time tonight, around that 4 or 5 o'clock hour, it will certainly be advancing through the valley at that point in time. But this is when those temperatures are again below that freezing range, where we're seeing some of those gusts in the northwest or northerly direction into the 30s, getting up to about 40 miles per hour or so. So again, it worsens here as we go through the day. Overnight tonight, this is 10 o'clock, widespread areas of snow. We've got that intense wind. In fact, it picks up overnight. We're gusting over 40 miles per hour, and we're seeing that snow that's falling getting blown around, so visibility is dropping. And in addition, those temperatures are below freezing, so some icy roads out there too to start tomorrow morning. And the snow may ease up pretty quickly during the morning hours. That would be good, but we're still dealing with the wind coming up for tomorrow morning. Snowfall potential. Areas in the south more likely to be in the 1 to 3 inch range. If you're in the north, you may see more than that, and especially up by Lake of the Woods, where we have this, a winter storm warning taking effect now, as so is that winter weather advisory at the top of the hour, and a blizzard warning down in South Dakota and into Minnesota too for Traverse County that takes effect later tonight. So there's a lot of headlines and a lot of weather to watch out for here. And we haven't even talked about Saturday, so we'll touch on that coming up in just a little bit.
So make sure I take a little extra time on my commute home tonight.
Yes,
okay.
Be sure. And if you need to go somewhere, make sure you're communicating where you're going, your route with somebody so they know in case you run into trouble, and have that survival kit with you.
Great tips.